We present Large-Scale Codec Avatars, LCA, the unreasonable effectiveness of large-scale avatar pre-training. Let me start with the results, given just 4 unconstrained body and face images. LCA generates a photorealistic, fully animatable 3D avatar in seconds. Notice we support the finger-level articulation in full body animation. We can do the eye gaze control. Facial expression control. We test LCA with subjects wearing all kinds of clothes and accessories, like glasses and hats. Even though the model was mainly trained on studio data with simpler outfits, it still reconstructs and animates these new looks. What's even more surprising is the unreasonable effectiveness of our learned priors. We tried the model on stylized fictional characters. This shows the model isn't just memorizing textures, it's actually learned the basics of humanoid geometry. So how do we achieve this? The core challenge in 3D avatar is transferring knowledge. Studio captures give us perfect geometry and textures, but they're limited. They only cover a few thousand people and work in controlled settings. Models trained only on this data look great inside the studio domain, but they do not generalize outside the studio domain. On the other hand, we have in-the-wild videos. These let us scale up to millions of clips. But because this data is monocular and noisy, models trained only on this produce results that are blurry, flat, or geometrically incomplete. This creates a fundamental trade-off. Existing methods either give us high detail but poor generalization, or lots of diversity but limited fidelity. With LCA, our goal is to bridge that gap, combining the diversity you see in the wild with the high fidelity of studio captures. Our solution is a pre-training and post-training paradigm inspired by the success of large language models. First, we pre-train on 1 million in-the-wild videos to learn robust, universal human priors. Then, we post-train on high-fidelity, multi-view studio captures to refine that representation into photorealism. To make this work at scale, we need an architecture that is both expressive and efficient. Given a few body and face images, we first extract image tokens using Sapiens. We sampled geometric tokens from a template mesh in a canonical pose. A large transformer then fuse appearance and geometry cues. Finally, we decode these tokens into 3D Gaussians, which are then rendered into a 3D avatar. Here we compare 4 training schemes on the same subject: training on in-the-wild data only, training on studio data only, training on a simple mixed dataset, and our pre-train, post-train approach. The in-the-wild-only model generalizes, but incomplete geometry. The studio-only model fails to reconstruct out-of-domain clothing. The mixed model is a compromise, but still underperforms. Our pre-train, post-train approach recovers sharp textures, complete geometry, and good generalization all at once. Here is another example. Notice the texture on pants and shape on hats. Why does post-training on studio data help so much? We look inside the attention scores map. After pre-training alone, the attention is noisy and spread out. After post-training, the attention becomes clean and semantically aligned. So post-training sharpens the semantic correspondence between 3D geometry and 2D observations. We compared our method to state-of-the-art methods like X-Avatar, up to you. Our results is more geometric consistent, yielding overall better texture quality. We test our model with single image at input and compare it with LHM. Notice how our model's success in finger-level geometry accuracy. Our architecture also supports loose garment via post-training. We introduce a 2-level, learnable deformation model. This module is trained only in the post-training stage on loose garment captures. On the left, without loose garment support, the skirt splits as the legs move. On the right, with our learned deformation module, the skirt deforms coherently. A second extension is relighting. Here, we decode relightable Gaussians with new MLP heads. We post-train these heads on time-multiplexed light stage data. It's again a post-training only modification. At test time, we can relight avatar under different HDR environment maps. Finally, LCA runs in real time. The heavy transformer runs once offline to generate the avatar. The animation is handled by a lightweight MLP that runs at over 500 FPS. This enables real-world applications. Here we show LCA running in a tethered VR setup, where the user's motion, expressions, and gaze are captured and streamed into the avatar in real time. To summarize, we introduced large-scale codec avatars, the first pre-trained, post-trained framework for full-body, animatable 3D avatars. Pre-training on large-scale, in-the-wild videos gives us broad generalization and strong human priors. Post-training on high-quality multi-view studio captures sharpens these priors into high-fidelity, 3D-consistent avatars with expressive faces and finger-level control. The same architecture extends naturally to features like loose garment handling and relighting, and still supports real-time animation. We hope this work shows that, just like in language and vision, large-scale pre-training plus targeted post-training is a powerful paradigm for avatar modeling, and that it brings us closer to high-fidelity avatars for everyone. Thank you for watching.